Hello, welcome to the Azeroth Tourist. My name is Vanish, and today is the episode 1 of the weekly grind. We are grinding Mr. Pandaria this week, and I'm going to show you 7 easy mounts we can get. But first things first, the add-on we're going to be using to kind of maximize our efficiency here. So the add-on we're using is, I can pop this to full screen, Silver Dragon Rare Scanner. As you can see on my map, we have all the rares from Mr. Pandaria, but if you look specifically here, the ones with the Silver Dragon are the ones that drop your mounts. It also shows you pathways that certain mobs move, which is really handy if you're looking for a very specific rare. So let's get up here and we'll show you what we're looking for. Now, as we take this leisurely flight over to the first rare, there are in fact 7 rares we're going to be looking for. The first ones we're going to be looking for are the ones that drop from the Zandalari War Scouts. If we open our rare menu, not the War Scouts, sorry, Warbringers, and put in a Warbringer, you can see we have the Slate Direhorn, Amber, and the Jade. If we actually put in Direhorn, you'll see there are several Direhorns. Some of them, though, aren't from this expansion. For example, this is BFA, and this one is also BFA. The ones we are looking for, though, is the Jade, Cobalt, Amber, Slate, Isle of Thunder, which you can buy, but we're not looking for that one. And then there's the Cobalt, is it? Yeah, Cobalt is one of the others we're looking for. The other maps we're looking for is Galleons, Son of Galleon, and Heavenly. I think it's Heavenly Cloud Serpent? Heavenly Onyx Cloud Serpent. And then last but not least is Hulan. Wherever he is. La 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 la. I think it's Thundering, isn't it? Thundering Onyx Cloud Serpent. So that's our 7th mount that we're looking for. All in all, this takes about 30 minutes to clear through. Now we're coming up on where the first mount should be. I say first drop. Basically, here you'll find a Warbringer riding one of the mounts that you're looking for. What will happen is you kill it, and he'll drop a couple of wrap items, a bag full of goodies, and hopefully a mount. But as you can see, he isn't here right now. Now, a bit of a bonus if you are farming rep as well. Look for the War Scouts. The War Scouts also drop the rep. There's probably a good chance he's not here because I've already killed him. If you look on the minimap, you can see this fella is. So we can just fly down here. So here's one of your rares. He's not pinged up because I've already flew past him earlier. If you fly past a new rare, though, I'll show you exactly how it pings up. But what we're going to do now is fly over to Kunlai Summit for another Warbringer. As you can see, we're just cruising over straight in this direction. Okie dokie. So, the next one should be here again. He's not here at the minute. The spawn time on these does vary a little bit. But basically, usually on this server, for example, there's 1 or 2 up at a time. It's just a case of potluck on which one it is. Now, these ones you can actually farm on repeat. There's no kind of daily or weekly limit on it. When they're up, kill them, and the chance of the mount dropping is there. Unfortunately for me, I've had the same mount drop 3 times. It is random which one drops, so it's just a case of potluck on if you even get the one that you want. But if he's there, we'll kill him, and then we're going to fly over to the Shire of Anger. The Shire of Anger usually spawns in one place only now. He used to spawn in multiple places all over the map, but right now he just spawns here. And he actually has a pretty swift respawn time of about 15 minutes or so. You'll know what happens because this will all smoke up. He will come out and then he's literally like a 2-shot or something. But he's the one who's going to drop your Heavenly Cloud Serpent. Heavenly Onyx Cloud Serpent, rather. But we're going to proceed on to our next one. Now, our next one is over in Taolong Steppes, over here. If you do not have Nalak, you can go and get Nalak from the Isle of Thunder here. But I honestly save Nalak for when I go to Throne of Thunder to farm Jikun. So, completely optional right now, not necessary. I tend to save the raids for one after the other because half the time you've got to hearth out of the raid in the first place. I want to kind of fly over a rare so I can show you what happens when they ping up and they scan off. But I have seen most of them already, so it's not happening. But let's just fast forward to the next Warbringer. There we go, that's what we wanted. So the Yowler is up. You see an arrow popped up from here, and you can see him flashing on the map. So he's flashing there. It will also sometimes pin the map. So you see he's down here in this cave. There's our boy. Now you can go kill him if you want, but doesn't really have much. But you can click on here for details, and it says he's got a big bag of food. Food mats aren't really worth anything from this expansion, so don't waste your time. However, it is worth getting things like the wool, the leather, and the ore because people are still using it for mats, for crafting mounts and stuff from this kind of period, or more importantly, transmog as well now. Okay, so we're flying up to the next Warbringer. I was hoping for a scout so I could show you what the scouts drop. However, I actually bodged the recording already and killed most of them, so there's a fair chance they're not going to be here. He's not here either, but he would normally be sitting here on his mount. We'll fly around here so we can get the other Warbringer, so the other War Scout. The War Scout is because he kind of mopes around here, and there can be 2 War Scouts up per Warbringer at a time. So if you are needing rep, they are worth looking for. But alas, it looks like he is not alive. So we'll crack on to the next one. So we're heading down here now just to the briny muck. And there is a Warbringer down here, as well as a scout that creeps down here. The scout can also go right up to the lake as well. The line doesn't show it perfectly. However, he can go from the lake all the way up to the Heart of Fear, essentially. We've actually found him to be just down here, kicking around the bottom of the Heart of Fear. So he can travel quite far. What the fuck was that noise? Now, there's a good chance this guy's definitely not here because I've already killed him. It'd be kind of a bit shit if there's no Warbringers here to show you. However, this is basically where he's going to be. I might be able to splice in the footage from the last one where I stood next to him. But the audio was shocking, so I had to re-video. Yeah, that's where he died last time. Oh, here we go. There's a War Scout somewhere. Now you see on the map here, he's moving. And you can see here he's marked. And you see 1,000 rep. So if you are farming mop rep, I think you can get most of the rep just from killing the Warbringers or the War Scouts, or both. If we go down here to Mr. Pandaria, you can see Exalted, Exalted, Exalted. Basically, anything that's Exalted has come through killing the War Scouts and the Warbringers. Everything else you have to farm separately. Now, this wasn't my main during this expansion, so that's why I don't have the rest, where my main back then has all of these. Off down into the Valley of the Four Winds. No, that's not Valley of the Four Winds. Kasserang we're going into. Again, War Scout can come down this route. And we're coming down just south of the Red Crane to where the next Warbringer will be. He's probably not there either. Again, I killed him, but I'll put the video in where I killed him so you can see what it looks like. Okie dokie, so this is where he would be, just on this island here. I will put a picture up now of the video from there when he was there. I see little War Scout is back over here. We'll give him a little slap. Get his rep token. Silly crab. Not getting any bags, which is a bit disappointing. The bags are quite handy because, like I say, they contain mats. There is a green bag, which is the common one that drops from pretty much everything. And the blue bag is a bit rare from the Warbringers, but it contains a lot of mats. Now we're going to head over to the valley, over to Galleon, who is up. I've already killed Galleon this week, but if he's there when we get there, we'll give him another slap. Again, Galleon, same kind of timer as the Shah, 15 minutes or so. As you can see on the map though, rare's down there, but we're not interested in those ones. If you're wondering why the scanner's not going off, it's because I've already flown over it earlier. Oh, there you go. That's a Moonfire and a Sunfire is all it took to kill. I didn't get any loot because I'd already done it previously. For this week, you can do those world bosses once a week. But that's Galleon. Now, we're going to grab a flight path because we're lazy. And flying all the way where we need to go is just time consuming. And if you're like me, you'll end up flying into the middle of the ocean and getting fatigue because you kind of get distracted and start doing other stuff. If you do not have the flight path, you can buy all the Mr. Pandaria flight paths from your heirloom vendor, either in Ironforge or on top of Orgrimmar from the Undercity vendor, or go to the Undercity if you use the time thingy to go back to when it was active. But we're basically going to take a flight all the way up here. Horde would land in on this side. And this is where we're going to go to Ondasta for the 4th Direhorn mount. Now, while we're on here, in this cave on the left, there is a big dude called the Bone Collector. He will give you different items depending on what bones you take. However, for 9,999 bones, he will give you a white raptor. If I go back to the thingy, raptor, bone white primal raptor for a monster, mountain of giant dinosaur bones, and he will give you this mount. The bones are easy enough to get. As you can see, when I ran around earlier, I got 166. However, they are available in the auction house for, well, 98 silver. So for under 10k, you can basically buy that mount outright and save yourself a bit of farm. So bonus 8th mount for you there if you don't already have it. Okay, so heading up to the Isle of Giants here, you can see right up the middle there's a path. That was never originally there, they added that in later so we can get to the boss easier. However, you can farm the bones here, and there are pets that also drop from the dinosaurs. Can't remember the name of it, I don't really collect pets, but there is a pet that you can get from these, like a toe nibbler or something. Well, basically run up here and I'll show you Ondasta effectively. Oh, there is more mounts you can get as well from here. If you kill these, you can get eggs. The eggs do hatch into raptors. But there's your Ondasta kill. Nice and easy. I've already killed it, so no biggie. We're going to head now back to the flight point. And we're going to head over to the Timeless Isle. If I go to collections, raptor. The primal raptor, there we go. That's the cracked primal egg. That's the egg that drops from these mounts. So, I think there's 3 of them. But, oh. Just knock them off quickly. Right. As I was saying before I was rudely interrupted. Raptor. There's 3. Black, green, red from the eggs. You get the eggs from killing those. They're on like a 5 to 7 day timer or something daft. And you can get the same amount repeatedly. So sometimes you just have to keep farming. And they might be unique carry as well. Can't 100% remember. But you can generally pick up an egg every time you go kill on Dasta. That's generally what I was doing. He's a once a week deal. Go over there, get your egg, kill him, and then next week unlock your egg, go get a new one. Easy. Now let's get down to the Timeless Isle, where we'll kind of cover what's available on there. Okie dokie, heading into the Timeless Isle, there are a few mounts here. The Ashhide Beast, this fella, he's basically from PvP. Not sure how you'd go about getting this nowadays, to be honest. You need the blood coins, which you get from killing people. You used to have to use a dagger, which would basically turn you into PvP mode for all factions, and then kill people to farm the blood coins. How it works nowadays, don't entirely know. You might need to basically get a couple of groups together and just farm each other. Not entirely sure. We'll look into that, maybe come back to that later. The other one is this one, which you get from Rep. You basically start like hated with these folks or something daft, and the Rep farm is very, very, very long. As you see, my scanner's going nuts because of all the stuff that's available here, but none of this is the stuff that we want. Although you can get a pet from that guy. It's never dropped for me. But you can see here what the potential drops are. This guy drops a sign, a toy thing. Not overly fussed. This one drops some random stuff. But these guys effectively, if you look rep-wise, 5 rep, 10 rep. And you basically have to just farm the life out of these. So this isn't really part of your weekly reset. You can do what I'm doing and just catch them on the way past and get yourself a little bit of rep, help yourself along. And then maybe later you can actually come along and finish this. But what we're actually here for is Hulon, the Thundering Cloud Serpent. He spawns here exactly. He is on a 40-50 minute timer or so. I've had it up to an hour and 10 minutes, but usually around the 40-45 minute mark. Now, if he's already spawned, you should be able to see him. So what he does is he... Oh, there he is. Look up there. So what he basically does, he spawns right here. He takes off, flies up around there, up around the top, over the top of the bridge to where he is now, and then he's going to basically come in down over this bridge. Now, you don't want to kill him too early because you can get him to land in the wrong place. So what we're going to do is wait for him to come down, because you can basically attack him now if you wanted to. But he'll just land on top of the bridge, and it's awkward. So it's going to wait for him to come over the top, and then we just... Bing! Done. And he landed in the awkward place anyway. You can get to it, you just need to come up here. And that's the lot. So that is 7 easy mounts to get in Mr. Pandaria. It's taking a maximum of 25 minutes. You can do whatever you need to do in between on the flight paths. But that's kind of this. You can do it daily if you want to, just farming the Warbringers and Hulon. Make it a bit quicker because you're not having to do the world bosses. And you can obviously skip on Dasta, which will save you a bit of time. Or you can even do this every hour because Hulon spawns hourly. The Warbringers spawn roughly the similar time. And you can basically fly around in a circle covering them. But overall, that's Mr. Pandaria. That's the weekly grind. And I will see you in the next one.